Murder Incorporated, the chilling chronicles of America's most ruthless hitmen.
Murder Incorporated stands as a chilling testament to the darkest chapters of American organized crime. Functioning as the mafia's ruthless executioners during the 1930s and 40s, they were behind an estimated 400 to 1,000 murders, etching their name in the annals of infamy. From cold-blooded assassinations to the grim fates of their own members, the group's legacy is drenched in blood and shrouded in mystery. This video delves into 10 shocking aspects of Murder Incorporated, highlighting their most notorious killings and infamous members.
Fact number 1. Formation under the mafia's shadow, the birth of Murder Inc. Murder Incorporated emerged in the early 1930s, casting a dark shadow over the American criminal landscape. Conceived as an exclusive enforcement arm for both the Italian-American mafia and the Jewish mob, this organization was based in the seedy underbelly of New York City, particularly in Brooklyn's Brownsville and Ocean Hill areas. Unlike traditional gangster groups of its time, Murder Incorporated was specifically designed for executing contract killings, acting as the sinister hand of the mafia. The group's members, often seasoned criminals, carried out assassinations with chilling efficiency, using a variety of methods to eliminate their targets. The anonymity and mobility of its members across state lines made Murder Incorporated an unprecedented phenomenon in organized crime, turning it into a nationwide threat. Number 2. Louis Lepke Buchalter, the architect of Murder Inc. Louis Lepke Buchalter was not just another mob boss, he was the mastermind behind the fearsome Murder Incorporated. His leadership from the early 1930s to his arrest in 1939 was a period marked by ruthless efficiency and cold-blooded killings. Buchalter's control over the assassination squad was absolute. He handpicked his hitmen, ensuring they were as loyal as they were lethal. Under his guidance, Murder Incorporated is believed to have been responsible for anywhere between 400 to 1,000 contract killings. Buchalter's methods were brutal and his decisions final, making him one of the most feared figures in the American mafia. His eventual downfall and execution in 1944 for murder marked the end of a bloody chapter in organized crime history, leaving behind a legacy of terror that shaped the mafia's violent reputation for decades to follow. Number 3. The killing machine Abe "Kid Twist" Relis. Abe "Kid Twist" Relis stood out as a particularly notorious figure within Murder Incorporated. Known for his cold, ruthless efficiency, Relis quickly ascended the ranks to become one of the organization's most prolific hitmen. Active primarily in the 1930s, Relis' reputation for brutality was well earned, with a personal kill count that remains a matter of dark speculation. His method of choice was often the ice pick, which he used with chilling precision. His loyalty was to the highest bidder, and his services were always for sale. Despite his short stature, Relis instilled fear in both his victims and associates, making him a central figure in the nightmarish world of Murder Incorporated. His eventual death in 1941, under mysterious circumstances while in police custody, only added to his fearsome legend. Number 4. Harry Pittsburgh Phil Strauss, the Phantom Killer. Harry Strauss, better known as Pittsburgh Phil, carved a niche for himself within Murder Incorporated as one of its most enigmatic and lethal hitmen. Strauss's moniker, the Phantom Killer, was a testament to his ability to commit murders without leaving any evidence behind. Renowned for his unpredictable methods and use of various weapons, Strauss was involved in an estimated 30 to 100 murders. His cold, emotionless demeanor and efficiency in killing made him one of Murder Incorporated's most reliable and terrifying operatives. His preference for strangulation and use of disguises during hits added to his shadowy persona. Arrested in 1939, Strauss's trial and subsequent execution in 1941 brought an end to his grim career but left a lasting imprint on the annals of organized crime history. Number 5. A systematic operation of death.
Murder Incorporated was not just a collection of hitmen, it was a sophisticated and methodical killing machine. Operating mainly during the 1930s and early 1940s, the organization turned murder into a business, executing orders from mafia bosses with deadly efficiency. They utilized a variety of tools for their grim work, from firearms to the more silent ice picks and garrotes.
What made them particularly fearsome was their ability to kill without leaving any obvious traces, often making it difficult for law enforcement to link the crimes back to them. Their methods were varied and adaptable, ranging from staged accidents to brutal public executions, all designed to send a message and maintain the mafia's power and influence. Number 6. The Brownsville Boys, a deadly alliance. The core of Murder Incorporated originated from a group of tough street thugs known as the Brownsville Boys. This gang, based in the Brownsville neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York, was notorious in its own right before its members were recruited into the more organized and deadly world of Murder Incorporated. Figures like Abe Relis and Harry Strauss rose from small-time gangsters to become some of the most feared enforcers in the American underworld. Their transition from street-level hoodlums to professional hitmen is a dark testament to the fluid nature of organized crime. It highlights how these individuals, born of poverty and raised in the harsh realities of street life, were shaped into efficient killers by the larger forces of the mafia. The Brownsville Boys' integration into Murder Incorporated marked a significant shift in the landscape of organized crime, indicating the growing complexity and reach of mafia operations during that era. Number 7. High stakes and high profits. Murder Incorporated's operations were not only efficient but also highly profitable. The organization charged substantial fees for its assassination services, with the cost depending on various factors such as the target's prominence, the complexity of the job, and the level of risk involved. These high stakes turned murder into a profitable business model, incentivizing members of the group to carry out their tasks with a chilling dedication. The financial rewards were significant enough to ensure loyalty and silence among the ranks, further enabling the organization's fearsome reputation. The flow of money also allowed Murder Incorporated to maintain its infrastructure and influence, reinforcing its position as a pivotal player in the organized crime landscape of the era. Number 8. Notorious Assassinations, the mark of Murder Inc. Murder Incorporated was responsible for some of the most high-profile and chilling assassinations in the history of American organized crime. Among their most notorious hits was the assassination of Dutch Schultz, a powerful and feared mobster whose elimination shook the underworld. Another significant assassination was that of Joe the Baker Catania, a move that demonstrated Murder Incorporated's reach and the severity of their methods. These assassinations were not just killings, they were strategic moves that altered the balance of power within the criminal world. The organization's ability to execute such high-profile figures without impunity solidified its reputation as the ultimate enforcer for the mafia, capable of influencing the course of organized crime in the United States. Number 9. The Ironclad Code of Silence. The members of Murder Incorporated were bound by a strict and unyielding code of silence, known as omerta, a concept deeply ingrained in the world of organized crime. This unspoken yet powerful oath was the backbone of their operations, ensuring absolute secrecy and loyalty among its members. The adherence to this code was critical in maintaining the anonymity of the organization's activities and protecting its members from law enforcement scrutiny. The effectiveness of this code was such that it initially rendered the group nearly impervious to police infiltration or internal betrayal. It created an environment of mutual trust and fear, where the consequences of breaking the code were understood to be severe and often fatal. This unbreakable vow of silence was a key factor in Murder Incorporated's ability to operate as a covert but highly efficient killing machine. Number 10. The downfall, betrayals, and convictions. Despite their stringent code of silence, the invincibility of Murder Incorporated eventually crumbled, primarily due to betrayals from within its own ranks. The most significant of these came from Abe Relis, once a feared enforcer, who turned informant in 1940. Relis' decision to cooperate with law enforcement was a monumental shift, leading to the exposure of the inner workings and members of Murder Incorporated. His detailed testimony was instrumental in the convictions of several key figures, including the mastermind Louis Lepke Buckelter. These convictions marked a turning point in the fight against organized crime, signaling the beginning of the end for one of the most notorious assassination groups in American history. Relis' betrayal and its consequences shattered the once impenetrable facade of Murder Incorporated, leading to its eventual disintegration and the end of its reign of terror.